The LA Garage Studios came about because I was in New York and I had a dream, like I have many dreams about what I'd like to do, like I'd like to play or I'd like to build. And this one was I would like to go from New York to LA and join Bing Crosby. At any time, Bing Crosby to me is one of the greatest singer-entertainers in the business. And so I went out and I joined Bing Crosby like I dreamt it would happen. It did happen. And when Bing and I finished made a recording, Bing asked me, he said, Les, if you got anything going or would you like to take a ride with me? And I said, I'll go for a ride with you. And he drove up and down Sunset Boulevard looking for a place. And he said, do you like that building? Do you like that building? He's pointing out maybe 7 different buildings. And I knew most of the buildings and everything, but I couldn't figure out what Bing was looking for. So I said, Bing, why are you looking at all these buildings? He says, I'm looking for a place for you, Les. And he says, I'll put up the money for it, and I want to see you build the House of Sound, Les Paul's House of Sound. And I said, my goodness. He says, you make the greatest sound in the world, and you know so much about this, and you should give this to the people. And to do that, I want to pick a building for you. And at that time, 1945, right after the war, I said to Bing, no, I didn't think I wanted to do that. And so I go home. When I get home, my 2 buddies are there. And Lloyd is there and Werner there, and they're sitting on the swing. How'd it go with Bing? Oh, I says, we got a hit. And in 2 weeks, it was a hit. But right there, they asked me the question, where were you so long? And I says, Bing and I were driving up and down the street, and he wants to build a building called the Les Paul House of Sound. And they says, well, why didn't you take it? And I says, oh, I don't know, it would tie me up. Well, why don't we build a little one here? And so, in no time at all, we started building. We took the 2 cars out of the garage, nailed it shut, and made it into a studio to become very famous out in California. And it's where later is to make many, many, many #1 recording hits.
Discovery World is proud to be home of the first Les Paul's House of Sound.